Hey, Dr. Grego back again. Thanks for watching. We got a great question from one of our Facebook watchers, and his name is Hassan. And he said, "Hi, doctor. I'm in ketosis, but my cholesterol level has increased to 239. It was 190 3 months ago. What should I do?" Awesome question, Hassan, and I'm going to answer it right now. Number one, I know we all believe that cholesterol is a bad thing and something to keep really close eye on. But I got to tell you, Hassan, that from a holistic perspective, that cholesterol number actually increasing when you're in ketosis is a very good sign. And there's two basic reasons why. Number one, the lipoproteins that are in the cholesterol actually carry or sequester poisons and toxins that would harm you. So I like to call that, in that case, what's a toxic Tupperware. I like to call cholesterol and actually a Tupperware that contains toxic materials. I hope that makes sense to you. Number two, here we go right here on the television screen, if we could look, actually the computer screen rather, and when we measure cholesterol, right, we actually get it from our veins, not our arteries. And that's important because we do have equal amount of veins as we do arteries, but nowhere in the medical journals will you find one study that cholesterol has blocked any vein. Now you should ask why. Why doesn't cholesterol block a vein? If it can block arteries, why doesn't it block veins? And here's the reason why. If you don't drink enough water, and by that I mean alkaline microclustered water. If you don't understand what that is, we'll talk about that in subsequent shows, but it should be alkaline because that's the water we were born in. It should be microclustered because if you drink it and it sloshes around in your belly, that means the water's going on your cell and not in your cell. And where do you need the water? Exactly. So coming back to it then, your arterial lining actually gives up 90% of its water when you're dehydrated first. So 90% of dehydration happens inside your arterial lines, which is not a good thing. It makes them brittle, right? It makes them dry. And concentrated blood from the left side, remember the right side of the heart has the blood that's blue, that's devoid of oxygen and minerals. And then you reoxygenate, you remineralize, it gets thick. And that blood comes out the left side, and the left side houses the arteries, right? Not the veins, it houses the arteries. So those already brittle, dehydrated arteries are getting scratched with that concentrated, heavy laden blood, and then they're going to start to be burnt through, or they're going to literally start to pop open like a tire that's got a flat in it. And I want to show you this coming back to here. Watch this right here. This is an artery that is very thick. Look at the size. So it's a cross section. It's cut right in half here. We're looking inside the artery where the blood would be flowing. And look how thick the walls are. Look how thick the walls are. Now keep looking as we go forward. You're going to see another artery here. Look how thin. This thin lining right here. It's another thin lining up here, even a thinner lining up at the top. So what is this yellow, tar, gooey, sticky, yucky substance that we think is bad for us? Well, that's what I call Fix-A-Flat. That's your cholesterol. And that's actually saving your life. Because if you didn't put that in this thin area, what would happen? Your artery would pop. Your smallest arteries happen to be around your heart, the two most vital organs, right? Go figure. Your heart and your brain. So when those arteries get thin and they would pop, you'd have a myocardial infarction or a heart attack, or you might have a stroke, a bleeder, right? We actually bleed out in the brain because you thought cholesterol was bad, so you're going to take the statin drugs from your doctor, and it's going to lower the cholesterol and keep it down to under 200, whatever, and that's not healthy. If it needs to go above 200, you have some arteries that need to be patched, or you have some toxins that need to get out of the body. Do you not want the toxins? Do you want the toxins to hurt you or get out of you without hurting you? Do you want your small arteries that are being burnt through to be covered up so they don't blow out like a flat tire around your heart or your head? Okay, so you really want cholesterol. And if that's not bad enough, watch this, but you want to be hydrated, right? You want to be hydrated. And you want to take those ideas that cholesterol is bad and causing disease, and you want to flush them down that right there, the old commode. We want to remember that our brain membranes and neurons are 90% cholesterol. Huh? That's right, your brain and your nerve system, 90% cholesterol. That's what it's made up of. So most of us, if we take the Lipitor or the Plavix, we take the statin drugs, which are absolutely horrible in my opinion. You should flush those down the toilet. that you're going to get a smaller brain and arteries that aren't going to be able to patch themselves to heal themselves when you become dehydrated, if you ever become dehydrated. So here, most of us just like Homer Simpson here, we cannot afford a smaller brain. Now, can we? All right? No. So let's not worry about cholesterol. Let's worry about instead, are we truly in ketosis? Are we burning fat? If the cholesterol is coming up, yay, it's saving our life. It's patching some arteries or sequestering some toxic substances in Tupperware, right, and getting out of our bodies. So Hassan, I hope I answered that question for you. It was a great question. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and keep those great questions coming, because I want to answer them at least 3 times a week. I'm going to be here 3 times a week answering your questions about anything about weight loss, anything about health. I think we talked about alkaline water here a little bit earlier, so if you stay tuned, I will get into what is alkaline water, microclustered, high ORP water. That's what you were born in, that's what you should be drinking. If you're not, you're making a mistake. You're 80% water in our bodies. It should be alkaline, it should be microclustered. So stay tuned for next time. Thanks for watching. Dr. Grego saying, make it an outstanding day.